This video is about Armored Warfare versus World of Tanks, and I'm going to be talking about the differences between the two. Um, First of all, the controls are about the same. A lot of the features, for example, equipment, repair kits, um, ways to improve your vehicle, EXP, ammo, a lot of it's the same. And World of Tanks has World War II to Korea era tanks, and Armored Warfare has modern tanks. Um, there's unimportant things that are different. For example, Armored Warfare uses a tech tree that is based on an arms dealer, while World of Tanks does it based on nation. They both have crew commanders, although World of Tanks has a more in-depth crew. And they both have a statistics system. So we'll talk about some of the differences. Armored Warfare, you can play against AI opponents. It's actually available in World of Tanks, but it's not a normal game mode, so you're not going to be able to do it with any tank you want whenever you want. World of Tanks has a lot more game modes, and I happen to think that they're more fun. For example, they've got 30 versus 30 battle game modes. One of them is called Frontline, and the other one is called Grand Battles. And on World of Tanks, they've got way bigger maps. They have more tanks to choose from. And they've got way more events, and you can get free premium tanks very easily. They've got Christmas events, a lot of holiday events. They probably have a lot more players. Big difference, and you've got other things like the penetration, like the way they do the armor on the enemy tank or the spotting system. And I'm sure that there's other things such as the physics, like in World of Tanks, the tank can roll over. In World of Tanks, they did a really good job with the penetration values for all the plates. And the spotting system, they have spent a lot of time working on the spotting system and the camouflage system. It's World of Tanks in general is more in-depth than Armored Warfare. However, that doesn't mean that it's going to be more fun, because World of Tanks is a lot more toxic, although it's way better than it used to be. They made a lot of changes to the toxicity, so it's not as bad as it used to be. A lot more support with World of Tanks in terms of online streamers and things like that. And a lot of it is the same. I would say the big difference is Armored Warfare, if you like modern tanks, and if you like to just get into a battle very quickly, and World of Tanks, a little bit more in depth. They've got the clan battles, but not everybody gets to play that. And they've got a lot of great game modes that every month they're doing a new event that's fun to play, like to win a free premium tank, or all the different game modes. There's so many different game modes. And I understand that they've got different game modes here, but I really don't think these compare with World of Tanks. The World of Tanks really did a great job. With the Frontline game mode, the maps are huge. It's like 3,000 by 3,000. It's way bigger. Like it takes you minutes to drive across the map. That's how big the maps are. Even if you have the fastest tank, I timed it. It took like 2 or 3 minutes to go across. And I'm not talking about diagonally. I'm talking about horizontally across. And I'm not talking from edge to edge. It probably takes you diagonally 6 or 7 minutes with a fast tank to get across the map. And I think that you could try both, because they are free games. And if you learn to play one, you're going to be learning to play the other. World of Tanks has a lot more mods available. But in general, if you just want to get into a game and you want fast action and you want people that are trying to play, I would say go with Armored Warfare. And if you want a game with a little bit more depth to it, and you're going to sacrifice the fact that the gameplay might be a little bit slower, like some of the games take 15 minutes without respawning. And with Frontline, 25 minutes. So, quick battles, Armored Warfare. Your choice of vehicles, I think it's pretty good. It's the same type of thing, but you got to move up. Like you start out with the 10,000 and the 300,000. You got to get up to 22 million to get the Armada. I think it's going to be a long time, and it's the same with World of Tanks. But World of Tanks is, like I said, it's more in depth. They give you a lot of options, either to pay, to win, or as a gift to earn to get to the top faster. They have all that stuff. They have the personal reserves, the premium time, the blueprints. They have the 5 times victory for your first victory, and they've got all sorts of other bonuses. The on-track missions. It's definitely a more in-depth game. That's the big difference. Okay, so that's my comparison between the two games. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.